Mega Radio.
Rules the nation with version.
Omega Radio. Mega
This
Radio.
station
Mega Radio.
rules the nation with version.
You're tuned into Omega Radio, the station of the star. And coming your way, it's the Let's Talk Real Estate with Dr. Mark Hardy, Tanya Palmer, and Earon Lee, right here on the station of the stars.
Buying, selling, or investing in real estate in Florida? Join Bishop Mark Hardy of Coldwell Banker along with Tanya Palmer Lodge and Earon Lee of Century Point Lending Solution right here on Omega Radio every Monday at 8:45 a.m. for Let's Talk Real Estate, as they share with you everything you need to know to be successful in the real estate market. You can't afford to miss it. Welcome to Let's Talk Real Estate with Bishop Mark Hardy of Coldwell Banker along with Tanya Palmer Lodge and Earon Lee of Century Point Lending Solutions.
Hi, everybody out there in Radio Land. To all our faithful listeners, it's a pleasure one more time to welcome you to Let's Talk Real Estate, where we equip you, empower you, and encourage you to get involved in the real estate market. There is no better time than this time to do so. And certainly we are pleased that we can join and share with you so that you will be motivated to take the plunge. In studio with me this morning is Earon Lee, powerful and dynamic Tanya Palmer, who are together from Century Point Lending Solutions. Yes, and we're going to be working together to get you up and going on this bright and beautiful Monday morning, thinking about your real estate transactions. We want to say this morning, Happy Memorial Day to all our listeners here in Florida. And if you're joining via the World Wide Web, anywhere in the United States, Happy Memorial Day. Trust that today will be a great day for you wherever you are. How do?
Not as good as you, Mark. Good morning to you and to everybody out there listening. I want to say as well, thank you for all those who have served and have given that sacrifice for this great nation to be where we are today.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. And as Mark said, it is Memorial Day, so we do salute, all those who have made that sacrifice. So, it's a bittersweet day for many.
Yes.
So we're grateful for that, dedication that has been put there. But let's get into what we're here to talk about.
Yeah, in a short while, we're going to be opening up the phone lines so you can call directly and talk with us. The numbers to reach us are 954-900-4310. That's 954-900-4310. And for our international listeners, toll free 877-494-0253. 877-494-0253. Go ahead. If you have any real estate questions, go right now. Begin to dial those numbers so we can interact and share with you. Guys, as I engage in the market, one of the things that invariably I have to do when persons come to me and say they want to buy some property or the other, they want to buy a house, invariably my question is, are you pre-approved? To be pre-approved is to show that, one, you know how much house you can buy, and two, that you're a serious person about buying.
Absolutely. That we I think we beat that horse to death every week, but it's because it's very, very important about the pre-approval process, and that, as you said, Mark, that is your ticket You know, if you don't have a ticket, you don't have a chance. And that pre-approval is your ticket. It's your indicator to not only real estate professionals like yourself, but the person that is selling the house.
Yeah.
They want to make sure that the person coming in and putting in offers, they're serious buyers and they can actually purchase this house. And that pre-approval letter is the way you show that.
Yes, you don't want to waste anybody's time. Certainly, you don't want to waste your time because you need to know where to look, the kind of property you can afford. We should not want to put our basket where we can't reach it. And so, indeed, you need to know how much house you can buy. And it begins, Tanya, with pre-approval.
It absolutely does. And yes, it's the crucial part of it, and this is what we do at Century Point Lending. We sit with you, whether in person, via Zoom, but we're going to collect all your information. We're going to look at your credit. And then from that, we build and tell you, okay, you are pre-approved for this purchase price. This is going to be your monthly payment. And this is how much cash you're going to need to close.
Yes.
Now, I love to say this. We may have pre-approved you for a $500,000 home, but you may not necessarily like that payment, which is why that pre-approval process is so important. Because I've had situations where people are out there shopping and then they come back and they go, oh, I wasn't pre-approved and I've been looking at houses at the higher amount, but I don't want those payments. Well, if you sat with a professional like one of us, we would have guided you through that process and let you know exactly what that payment would have looked like before you were out there shopping. And they were actually shopping with a realtor. So they were wasting their time, the realtor's time, and just out there looking at properties. But if you're able to get pre-approved, you narrow yourself. You narrow what is really important for you and what you can afford. And that is why it's important. So guys, if you have questions about how the pre-approval works, call in. The number here again is 954-900-4310, or Mark gave out that toll-free number of 877-494-0253. And our number directly at Century Point, it's a lot of numbers, right? But it's okay. It's okay. It's 954-890-4320.
We're here listening, and if you choose to, if you want some more information, reach out now. We are in studio. We are here for the next 12 minutes or so, and we want to answer all the questions that you may have. So go ahead and dial those numbers. You may be calling from Jamaica, calling from Trinidad.
And we do those foreign national loans, so come on in.
As you mentioned the foreign national loan, one of the questions that I have encountered, and I've reached out to you on a number of occasions. Can a person who is not a U.S. citizen or not a permanent resident in the United States buy real estate here in Florida?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the short answer, and the long answer to it is that there are tons of different loan products out there, right? But as Tanya alluded to earlier, is the Foreign Nationals Program, where if you're not, like you said, not a U.S. citizen, resident, or even hold certain types of visas, you can still purchase a property here. So each country kind of has its own little different requirements. Mm-hmm. So definitely give us a call. Let us talk about it and figure out, what we would need from you to get you qualified to purchase a property here. But all day, every day.
Yes, you may have a B1, B2 visa, which is the normal, regular visa that most persons have, a visitor's visa. Wherever you are, you are desirous of investing in real estate, even buying a home here. It is possible. You just need to dial the numbers and you need to reach out, and we are here to serve you. You can call me directly at 786-327-8844. 786-327-8844. And certainly we will guide you through that wonderful process. Help to alleviate the stress, because I can tell you, if you don't know what you're doing, it can be a stressful situation, and you need a guidance. And some real estate transactions have have some number of nuances to them. You have to go through this and that, and if you don't know and have persons who can help you, it can be real, can I call it, a headache. But we're glad we're here for you, and we have all that you need to ensure that you can close on time and get those keys into that property that you are interested in looking for. You continue, I heard you earlier, Earon, and it is the truth. We talk about the pre-approved process. And I like over the times that you have shared on that subject, you keep saying to individuals that your circumstances is different from everyone else's.
Absolutely. You know, we go back to that famous saying of everybody has fingerprints, but no two people have the same set, right? So just to give a quick story, this weekend I encountered two young ladies that were looking to purchase their first home. Excellent income, excellent savings, but the credit needed some work.
Oh, wow.
The credit needed some work.
Yes.
And their thought process was, well, we have the income, we have the savings, why can't we just go ahead?
Tell me something and tell our listeners, why is your credit a critical component in buying real estate?
So let's look at it this way, Mark. So we all went through school, and we used to get those report cards, right? That we would take home to our parents and show how well we did or how bad we did.
Yes.
Your credit report is your adult report card. Okay. It tells the lenders how well you manage credit that has already been extended to you. Okay. So in most cases, financing a home is going to be the largest financing transaction anyone will probably do in their life. So the bank doesn't know you, the lenders doesn't know you. When they look at that piece of paper, that is what they're going to surmise how well you manage your finances. So the score tells us what rate we can give you, and the history of how you paid those accounts that you already have tells us how well you manage your credit and determines your credit worthiness. Okay. So that piece of paper is very critical when it comes to, especially within the last 2 years leading up to when you're making this transaction. It's very critical that you are paying your bills on time, keeping your accounts in good standing, so that when Mr. Lender looks at it and he goes, okay, Mark wants a loan for $500,000, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give Mark that loan, because Mark has established a history of being responsible to pay his credit liabilities.
Wonderful, and certainly the interest rate that you get will be influenced by those scores.
Absolutely.
I mean, as much as, we'd go down to a 580 credit score. And I think when people hear that, they go, oh, okay. But not realizing, okay, we go down to 580. But like Earon pointed out, it's your credit history, right? So a 580, you may have new credit, which is why that you have a 580, which is perfectly fine. But if you have 580 because you had some challenges, then that is why you have that score. Now, you can possibly get a loan, but you may not like that interest rate. And so you may not like that interest rate, you may not like that payment. So the better the score, of course, the better the rate, the better the payment.
And the better the history.
Correct. So we always want to make sure, and again, this is where we come in. It's not just telling you, okay, you have this bad credit, you can't do anything. It's how do we get you to that next level? It's how do we get you to that 640? And that is where we're going to guide you. We're not credit experts, but if it's enough where we can guide you and say, okay, based on your history and based on how you have been paying, these are some of the things you may need to tackle so that you can get to that higher score. Or we may have to say you may have to seek
Professional
help in order to get that score to where you need to be. And we've done that. And we've had clients that come back when they have the score and they're ready to buy, and we're happy that they have followed the process. They have taken the advice and done, did what needs to be done.
Bad credit doesn't mean you are excluded.
It absolutely doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It just means that you may not be ready right this moment, but you still need to take a look at it. if you're serious about buying, take a look at the credit. Understand why your scores may be on the lower tiers, right? Understand why you're not necessarily approved at this moment. But if you're serious about it, like these young ladies I mentioned this weekend, we had a very lengthy conversation, identified some accounts that they should address from certain areas. And if they do that, in about 3 to 6 months, they're going to be just fine. They're going to be ready to buy. But the thing is, a lot of people don't know what is actually weighing down their credit, and that fear of finding out keeps them out of the game. So guys, pick up the phone, call us. Don't be afraid, because the only thing to fear is fear itself. Let's look at those credit reports and see what's going on. If you need assistance, we can guide you. And if you need professional assistance, we have folks that we can refer you out to that can help you get you where you need to be.
Call
954-890-4320. Again, it's 954-890-4320. That is our direct number to the office. So you can reach myself or Earon at that number.
And you can call me 786-327-8844. 786-327-8844. And certainly, as we navigate this wonderful landscape called real estate market, we are here to serve you. It's been a pleasure to have had you again on this beautiful Monday morning, Memorial Day here in the United States. But wherever you are, you can call, you can invest, and you can grasp the opportunities that are always favorable in the real estate industry. Great have had it. It's great to have seen you, to see you this morning. You guys roll out this morning in spite of it being a holiday here.
Of course.
Duty calls. And we always respond to you when duty calls. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, continue to enjoy the best of the day and the rest of the week. Until next week, Monday morning, when we come back together on the best talk show on real estate, Omega Radio. See you next week. God bless.
That was Let's Talk Real Estate. Join us again next Monday at 8:45 a.m. for another informative program in the series Let's Talk Real Estate. Buying, selling, or investing in real estate in Florida? Join Bishop Mark Hardy of Coldwell Banker along with Tanya Palmer Lodge and Earon Lee of Century Point Lending Solution right here on Omega Radio every Monday at 8:45 a.m. for Let's Talk Real Estate, as they share with you everything you need to know to be successful in the real estate market. You can't afford to miss it.
You're just tuned in to Let's Talk Real Estate with Dr. Mark Hardy, Tanya Palmer, and Earon Lee right here on Omega Radio. Stay tuned each and every week to catch Let's Talk Real Estate right here on the Station of the Stars. Don't touch down. Don't go anywhere.
What's up, Omega Radio listeners? You can now call us via WhatsApp on 876